Definitely gonna want these today. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the video, because I know that's what time you're watching this. I post all these videos at like 11 o'clock at night anyway. By the way, if you don't already have one of these ZFG key tags, every YouTuber on God's green earth nowadays has them. If you don't have one, there's a reason they keep going around. It's because when you got things in your pocket, right? You got too many things in your pocket, that sticks out. You can grab that really easily. These came from the motorcycle world, actually. When you got your big jeans on and you got your big gloves on and you got too many things in your pocket and you can't reach anything, that's when these come in handy, because you just grab them out of your jeans. They just hang out. What better than to have a key tag that says 0 fucks given? So anyway, what we're talking about today is in this garage, and you guys can probably guess what's in here. There is an actual problem with the C5. By the way, it has plates now. Maryland plates. By the way, a ton of you guys gave me suggestions on what I should put on the back of this car, and for those who don't know that joke already, my employer slash mentor, Rob Ferretti, he has student driver right here on the back of his car, and I wanted to give a bit of an ode to that. Not the same thing, but I'm gonna put the top ones on the screen that people selected. There was stupid driver, honey badger, like honey badger don't give a shit. There was another one that I saw that I really liked. There was student loan, which is the whole story on, college fund, clickbait was the other one. So those are the few that I selected that I thought were very good. Let me know in the comments what you would like. So the C5 has an actual problem, which you can't really see in the dark right here, but if you might be able to. No, you're not gonna be able to. I gotta pull her out. Sorry, neighbors. Now, a lot of people suggested I put a muffler system on this, which I'm going to dedicate a whole separate video to, because there's a very funny story about that, and there's a reason I'm kind of hesitant about starting this car at all around here, because those are Rob's neighbors, those people over there, like those people. This car is loud, and when I say loud, I don't mean like it's loud on camera. I mean, when you get behind this car, you can't hear yourself loud. It sounds bitchin', like it sounds so good, but the only problem is if I piss those people off, Rob can't build his house here, and then he has to live in this pile of trash, which I know just as well as, I do. I don't want to live there any more than he does. Okay, so what am I talking about? So last night I went to dinner. I just gotten back from, Maryland seeing family. We got plates on the girl, and I got back and I went to go get, I wanted to go out in dinner with this car. So I got in this car, I went to go get a steak at my damn Applebee's, because Applebee's is where you go if you have no disposable income whatsoever. I ordered my steak and I was very happy, because I had never ordered a steak for just myself. I felt pretty accomplished. And I came in through these doors and I didn't even see it happen because it was so late outside. But I nicked the front. You can't even see it in light too much, but if you look very, very closely, let's see if it focus, you can see it. It nicked it just a little bit. It wasn't an in-depth scratch, it was just a paint transfer. So this morning, I should have shot it this morning, but I went to Target and I watched a Chris Fix video, so I know I can do this by myself.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here, soapy water.
This is a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and once I soak this in warm water, and then also use, let's see, where is it? I've got WD-40 in there, which you spray on first, and then you wax it over once you're done. So use the magic eraser to literally erase the scratch marks, and hopefully that should take care of it. This is not a deep gash. There was more to it last night when I saw it when I got out of the car, and I wiped off half of it. So this stuff I think is like the last of like the hard to get off stuff. So we should try and get that off. I know it's dark in the future, I'll shoot in the morning, but either way, we're gonna try and, well, fix the C5. If this was a street speed video, damn well, just as well as I do, the video title would be like, totaled my C5 already or some dumb shit. I'm not that bad, I'm close, but I'm not that bad. Okay, so I hope this works. Just to give a recap, and you should watch the video. It's very informative.
Soapy water.
Thank God thank God Chris Fix exists. That's hard to say. Try saying that. Since the scratch supposedly hasn't penetrated the actual paint, it's just gone through the clear coat a little bit. Supposedly, you spray the WD-40 on, it softens the surface a little bit. And then what you'll do is you will take the magic eraser thing from Mr. Clean, you'll dump it in some warm water, which I got in this little pail right here, and you start scrubbing it in the same direction as the scratch, so it'll be horizontal for me. Scratch it, you know, get it off or whatnot. Don't push too hard, otherwise you might actually get your paint off, which I don't want to do on this car. And then you wax over it. So I just picked up some cheap, like, turtle wax, you know. So hopefully that's all I need to do, because otherwise it's going to be, you know, get paint correction and all this other bull crap that I don't want to deal with. You know, I got a guy that, you know, could help me out, but, you know, it's just one more thing that I really don't want to do. But knowing my luck, that's probably exactly what's going to happen. So, you know what? Let's just get on with the failure in this video. Well, I'll be damned. I can't believe it, but it's actually not there. I don't know if I could zoom in. Yeah, it's actually not there anymore. You can just see the smear marks, but the actual scratch isn't there anymore. Okay, there's a little bit. No, that's just WD-40. No, the scratch is gone. That's great. Now I'll just apply the turtle wax, and oh God, and supposedly we'll be good to go. Oh God. There was supposed to be an applicator pad in here, but I guess Target employees wanted the applicator pad, so I'm just gonna take a little bit right there. Yep, that'll do it. Wax on, wax off. Well, I'll be damned. That's pretty damn good. I mean, I'm gonna touch it up a little bit more off camera here. Just do it one more time, because now that I've wiped it away, I see like 2 little smudges that I missed. But that's freaking impressive. Thank you, Chris Fix. I love you, buddy. I didn't even realize this, but Chris Fix is actually in Jersey. It's too bad I didn't meet up with him when I had my C4. Because it's not like it wasn't here at some point. Okay, it is properly dark outside. I'm still gonna record a driving vlog, but it is properly dark outside. And I'm gonna shine a light on this just so you guys can see how well it looks. I went over it one more time, but that is not bad. Compared to what it was, you know, it's still, you know, not perfect. And, you know, when I wash this car and whatnot, you can even see it's actually down there a little bit. I'll have to get that later. But that's miles better than it used to be. Before, there was just a big fat, you know, just like, see where my light is? It just was a big fat streak right across. So that's a pretty good improvement from what it was. So it's not like someone's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, you dented that. It is so beautiful out here. The only problem is there's no damn light. See, the days are getting shorter now. Like at 7:30, there would still be light outside to record a video. It's like 6:30. There's no light to record a video anymore. I can't drive you today. It's too dark. To be honest with you, from this view, this almost looks like a C6. Almost, which is interesting. Okay, we're here now, but before you click away, I know I'm not driving the Vette. Before you click away, I want to answer the question that you guys have asked me about definitely well over 100 times. The #1 question and request I got leading up to me buying a C5 and even after buying a C5 has been, dude, you were willing to spend 15 grand on a car. Why didn't you just spend a little bit more money and get a C6? And while I do agree with you on that, I'm sure it's a better driving car. I'm sure it's a bit more comfortable. It's a faster car, you know, out the gate. You know, I get that. You know, just like the C5 on paper is a much better car than the C4. To be 100% blunt with you guys, I'm gonna get into it now, like some of the specifics. I'm gonna be 100% blunt with you. I just don't like C6s. Okay, let me preface that. I think they're nice looking cars, don't get me wrong. They're a good looking car. But for me, it just doesn't excite me as much as a C5 does, in the way that I think a C5 is a more evil looking car. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously, if you black out a C6 and you lower it, you can wide body it, you can do a lot of things to make that car look very, very angry, okay? You know, I've seen twin turbo C6s, there was one on 1320 recently. But, you know, it's just, they're nice looking cars when you do them upright. Just like a C5, but to me, I thought a C5, I've just been more excited by C5s. When I was younger, that's the car I always saw. I saw C6s, but I was never excited by them. And what would have made me buy a C6 was if it was a significant upgrade. For instance, if the C6 to the C5 was the C7 to the C6, if that makes any sense. Maybe I worded that wrong. What I mean is the upgrade from the C6 was not large enough to warrant getting one as opposed to a C5. I would have much rather spent more money on a nice C5 than a piece of shit C6. It just wasn't worth it. The upgrade's not there. It's only 50 extra horsepower from that LS2 motor. You know, this is bone stock and bone stock. Obviously, my car would outrun a C6, no problem. But, you know, it's not much of an upgrade to me anyway. And especially, you know, you look at the interior, you look at it, it's just they cleaned up the C5 interior a little bit. They made it look a little bit less, you know, early 2000s. I ripped this all out of a GMC Sierra or something, you know, so it wasn't that much of an upgrade to me. And I just never liked them to begin with. The interiors weren't that great. I don't like the fixed headlights on the C6. I don't think they look that great. You know, so that's just my reasoning behind it. It would have been one thing if, you know, the C6 has made 450 horsepower out the gate. That would be a reason to really, you know, maybe think about getting one, as opposed to a bone stock C5. But like a bone stock C5 Z06 will outrun a new C6, which I think is a terrible, terrible thing that GM did. They should have done it where the C6 made a bit more horsepower so people with the C5Z would trade them in to get a C6, not make it less powerful, you know? So anyway, so with the C5, when I bought it and everything else was done to it already, I'm sitting here like, this is one hell of a car. I'm glad I bought this because that car probably has north of around 20 grand into it with labor. But that's the reason I didn't want to buy a C6 and I wanted a C5 instead. You know, I didn't, you know, spend the extra money to get one. And ironically, it's kind of funny because the person I bought my C4 from, Ron, he upgraded to a C6 after a C4 that he sold to me. And the person that I bought the C5 from also had a C6 that he was selling the C5 for. So it's just interesting. I don't know. Maybe I am missing something with C6s. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I do apologize for this video not being as eventful as the previous videos. What I'll try to do tomorrow, I'm going to be filming earlier in the day so I can get really good content for you guys. I plan on driving the C5. I've got a very funny video to film for you guys regarding the C5, especially because I can't start the car here anymore. I'm not supposed to start the car here anymore, and it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm living under someone else's roof, if you get what I mean. Thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you have not already, and do yourself a freaking favor. Hold on a second. It wouldn't be a proper video unless I actually talked about merch, which I should have done on the last video because that video only got, you know, like 53,000 views or something like that. If you bought a new car and you like the idea of not giving a fuck about anybody, in fact, 0 fucks given, maybe that's a good motto for you, do yourself a favor, pick up a sticker for it that says ZFGco on it, 0 fucks given company. We got key tags because every YouTuber has key tags these days. I mean, if you don't have a key tag, you're not a YouTuber at this point. It's gotten to the point where you need to have merchandise, you need to wrap your car, you need to clickbait. I mean, there's so many requirements now for YouTube. Oh, and you gotta film on a GoPro, which I'm actually breaking the rule on. There are slap stickers, which are cool. They're about 7 inches long. They're great for, you know, either a car, luggage, whatever the case is. Key tags, there's shirts on the website. Go check it out if you want. Everything is dirt cheap. It ain't, you know, normal prices of merch. You know, key tags are $6, you know, stickers are like $4. But that is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Once again, I do apologize for the video not being as eventful as it should have been. You know, light has been kicking my ass and so is work. So trying to balance a million things at once, trying to get better, and I will, I promise. Thank you guys for watching. I've said that 3 times now. All of y'all have a fantastic day.